Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great pleasure for me to take part in the Equal Pay Day conference. And I would like to thank the chairperson of Business and Professional Women of Praha II, Mrs. Lenka Štatsna, and all the organizers of the conference for inviting me and giving me also this opportunity to present to your esteemed forum some data related to Moroccan women today. Modesty aside, the fact that I, myself, a Muslim Moroccan woman, exercising the noble function of an ambassador of the Kingdom of Morocco abroad is in itself an important parameter showing you how far Moroccan women have gone since my country recovered its independence in 1956. There is no sector of activity that has not been invested by the Moroccan women today. In addition to diplomacy, we are around 10 women ambassadors of 100 in the total. And we have also women ministers. We are four. We have 4 women ministers in the government. Women are also members of parliament, 60 members of parliament of 325. We have also governors in governance of regions, 3 women governors of regions, of course mayors and councillors in municipalities. The city of Marrakesh, for example, which is the 3rd largest city in Morocco, and it's also a very famous international tourist destination, is run today by a lady. We have also more than 3,000 businesses that are run today by women, and the General Confederation of Moroccan Enterprises is currently headed by a woman. It's the very first time. As you can see, they also serve, you can see it on the pictures, they serve in the army, in the police, as airplanes pilot, train drivers, taxi driver, and so on and so forth. All this were fields of activity traditionally reserved for men, but now they have to count also on the full women's contribution. In short, I don't want to bother you with some academic presentation and give figures on particular criteria pertaining to the situation of Moroccan women. This is a very easy thing that those of you interested in figures can surf on the internet and find out that. Today I would like, on a very friendly basis, to share with you some remarks and some feelings related to the evolution of the status of Moroccan women. I would like rather to talk about the main assets. To talk about the main assets, the strengths, and the major factors that widely contribute to the promotion and improvement of Moroccan women's living condition. These major assets contributing to the promotion of Moroccan women's condition today, I will say, to my personal opinion, in first place is the King of Morocco, His Majesty Mohammed VI. Second major asset is the legal mechanisms put in place. And the third one is the civil society, women's association. I will go through details for each one of these major assets. I said to you the head of state, you can see him here in the picture. The King of Morocco is indeed the best ally, the best defender, and the favorite promoter of Moroccan women. Immediately after his enthronement as a king in 1999, His Majesty the King Mohammed VI, who, without denying our traditions, has resolutely engaged the country in the path of democracy and modernity. He set the tone about the way he intended to promote women's condition by having this word: women must be honored and truly liberated from the injustices they endure. Otherwise, democracy and human rights would be meaningless. It's the end of the quotation. Since then, and thanks to the commitment of the sovereign, the actions for the promotion of women's rights and the consolidation of their position within the society have been numerous and continue to evolve and to strengthen up. The spouse of the king, you see her on the right side of the slide. The spouse of the king, Princess Lala Salma, is herself present in public and runs a national endowment for the prevention and treatment of cancer, which bears her name. Princess Lala Salma was here last year in the Czech Republic for a private visit with the crown prince, and the small princess. They were welcomed by His Excellency Mr. President Miloš Zeman, and Princess Lala Salma also visited the Proton Therapy Center in Prague, since she's taking care of endowment for prevention and treatment of cancer. She was interested to learn about the experience here in Prague on this matter. So all other princesses from the royal Moroccan family have always been involved and took good care of so many important issues of our society, such as promotion of women, child protection, environment, Paralympics, disabled people, etc. The king, immediately after his enthronement, appointed a woman advisor to His Majesty. It was for the first time also. All these gestures were and still are strong signals and messages highlighting that the Moroccan woman, same as her peers in the most civilized world, has her full place within our society, and showing also that no society in the world can get full development if it doesn't include the feminine component of its population. One very important step in which the king played a decisive key role is undoubtedly the adoption in 2004 of the new family law. These new laws remove the duty of the obedience of the wives to their husbands and made equal women and men within the family. Both now are responsible for their family on an equal footing. The new laws provide significant rights to women as regards divorce, child custody, and equal division of marital property upon separation. Such achievement that may be perceived as a norm in any Western society are perceived as a revolution in a fundamentally patriarchal and conservative Muslim society. I have to say that during the time when the draft of the family law was discussed in the Moroccan parliament, our society was virtually divided upon this matter. We have on one side conservative people who opposed most of the provision of the law, accusing the government of importing Western laws incompatible with the foundation of the Moroccan culture. And on the other side, we have progressive people for which the family law did not favor the woman, but instead renders her justice in restoring her legitimate rights. The other decisive action of the king for Moroccan women are really very important, including cultural and socio-economic initiative with the adoption of the National Initiative for Human Development in 2005. And this is a major project whereby the king wanted to break, especially in poor rural areas, the circle of exclusion, illiteracy, social inequalities, unemployment, and poverty, whose, of course, first victims were women. Mosques has thus become, in addition to a place of worship, a place of teaching for women and learning to read and to write. They have been and continue to enjoy, to this day, microcredit loans to help them start small income generating projects and improve their material situation. Most of the pictures that you can see on the slide are from the various situations, and especially in rural areas. They saw the generalization of and the obligation for both girls and boys to attend school and to achieve a compulsory cycle of several years of study. They benefited also of some aid in school satchel, food and transportation, and also there was some wide sensibilization campaign on the need to give girls equal access to education than boys. So this is also various situation. Now I said that the first major factor contributing to improving the women condition was the king. The second one is the constitutional, legislative, and governmental mechanisms put in place at the national level and whose objectives took into account gender aspect in all policies, program, and strategies for the development of Morocco. They also constitute a major opportunity for the consideration and the gradual inclusion of women's representation in the management of public affairs and the increase of the number in position of responsibility in all public institutions, whether administration, municipalities, or in the parliament. It is, in fact, all these legal mechanisms is, in fact, the adoption of the necessary legal instruments to accompany, to encourage, and to promote all the rights that ensure full participation of women in the development of their society. I should also mention that some important bills related to the improvement of women's status are being right now drafted and should be adopted probably before the end of this year, such as the bill to establish the authority for parity, equality, and the fight against all form of discrimination, and also another bill on the fight against violence against women. Both are likely to be, according to our Moroccan Minister for Women and Family, a revolution in the consecration on the way to equality. These legislations will establish oversight mechanisms and governance parity, a national prize. They will establish also a national prize of female excellence. They will reinforce the capacity of social welfare institutions. They will strengthen the capacity of women entrepreneurs and implement some support for the marketing of products from women cooperative programs. It is, in other words, the institutionalization of the principles of gender equity coupled with better legal protection and encouragement to greater representation in decision-making positions. With the entry into force in 2011, I don't know what it is. Yes, no, it's with the entry into force in 2011 of the new Moroccan constitution, which enshrines equality between men and women and sets the primacy of international treaties over national laws, and the ratification by Morocco of the United Nations Convention on the elimination of all forms of discrimination against women. All this is a new page that is being written in the history of the development of the Moroccan women. Major factor also helping women to improve their situation is the, as any other society, the existence within the Moroccan civil society of a very dynamic, prolific and efficient associative female tissue. There are thousands and thousands of associations working in the fields of women development in Morocco. It is undeniable that those associations have often been the driving force behind a number of major forces, of major changes in terms of adopting new legal status for women. They are active in all areas, and no subject today is taboo. All cases are nowadays good to go into the street to express their discontent or claims, whether denouncing pedophilia, incest, violence against women, unemployment, the rights of single mothers, etc. There are plenty of legal offices and social centers to assist women who have experienced violence or living some distress situations. Civil society plays, in fact, an important role because it's not only a question of demonstrating, but also acting as a key partner to the government as regards the implementation of national policies related to improving the condition of women. These include women who have collected a petition of 1 million signatures, which led to the change of the family law I spoke about a few minutes ago. And they have also played recently a substantial and decisive role in changing laws related to sexual violence against women. In conclusion, I will say that it is undeniable that the Moroccan women, like most women all over the world, has certainly made a lot of progress and taken many steps forward on the path of emancipation. The Moroccan women today is really more self-confident, more and more economically independent. Work is not a luxury today, it is an economic necessity. She gained also some political visibility, but all these important points don't mean at all that everything is settled and fixed for good. Far from it. I'm sure that you will understand that when I say that if it is easy to change the laws, it's not easy to change some attitudes and mentalities. There is still much to do and still a long way to go. It's, to my point of view, a very daily struggle. And what we should do is we must never give up. I wish really to thank you for your attention, and I wish I could speak Czech language in order to exchange directly with you. Unfortunately, it's not the case. But allow me to invite you all to go and visit Morocco. to build links and networks and exchange with Moroccan Women Association. And I'm pleased to say also that right now we have two Czech women entrepreneurs participating with the help of our embassy. Two Czech women are participating to an international women conference held presently in the north of Morocco, the city of Tétouan. And of course, I will be happy to discuss all the subject in more details and exchange further on the subject. And I will be glad, of course, to welcome those of you who wish to visit me in the premises of our embassy in Prague. Thank you very much.